Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Banter or Jackson here, coming at you guys with another video. And I'm very excited to show the books I have. I have, at the very end, you probably already saw in the thumbnail, but I have 3 major villain first appearances, or at least in my opinion, major villains. But for now, we're just going to get through some books. I did a couple trades with some Instagram members and some books from my JLA run. So, first one we have is Warrior Number 1. As you can see, it's a magazine signed sized, oh my god, I can't even speak, a magazine sized book, and you can already tell by its size, but it's the first appearance of V for Vendetta and Miracle Man. And I'm pretty sure Alan Moore did V for Vendetta, and he also did one of my favorite runs in comics, the Miracle Man run. And I think it's a very cool book. I'm pretty sure it's a little hard to find, and yeah, I just think it's a cool book, and I was really happy to get it. Okay, next one is, well, I'm going to be showing some books I got from a shop, but real quick first, Flashpoint, Reverse Flash number 1. I've mentioned this a few times, but before I started making YouTube videos and started going after keys, I used to just pick up random filler books that had no first appearances, just random books, modern books I thought had cool covers, and I would just pick them up, and I ended up making like a comic wall, and I moved rooms, so I had to put them all in a shoebox and just put them under my brother's bed, and I was actually cleaning his room for him, and this was in the shoebox, and since I love Reverse Flash, I had to pick it out of there and put it in a Mylar. Now, books I got from a shop. I usually don't really get to go to shops, but we were in Salt Lake, my family and I, and yeah, I ended up going to a shop, and this was the same shop I got the Fantastic Four 52 from, but unfortunately it seems like their prices have kind of went up. They're not the best price shop. It's kind of weird because some of their books are lower priced, and then some, there's no middle ground. It's either lower than it should be or way higher. But yeah, Marvel Spotlight 28 had to pick up another copy. It's the first appearance of, or no, the first modern, damn it, I'm sorry, I can't even speak today. This is the first solo Moon Knight story and first solo appearance. Sorry about that, guys. I can't even speak correctly. I'm sorry about that. But okay, next book is Brightest Day number 10. Just a cool Calder cover. As you guys know, he was in Young Justice. Here's Crisis on Infinite Earths number 9. Just a badass cover featuring some of the best DC villains. Up front, you can see Lex, Deathstroke, Cheetah, Sinestro, Joker. So that's always cool. And this book I didn't pick up with the shop, but I had to show it because I think it's a really undervalued key. This is Crisis number 6, and this is only like $1 book, but this is the first appearance of the Anti-Monitor, and it's really surprising how little this book goes for, considering that Anti-Monitor is like a huge DC endgame villain, like even more so than Darkseid and Brainiac. And I just think that his book should go for more. And it's honestly just crazy this book can be found in 50-cent dollar bins. It's crazy. But moving on, Reverse Flash, or my bad, Flash Rebirth number 8. Just a cool Reverse Flash cover. Had to get it when I saw it. And here's Mr. Miracle number 6. I forgot what first appearance it says. I'm very sorry. Trying to think super quick. I can't think of it at the top of my head right now, sorry guys, but I know it's the first appearance of one of the important characters in the series. Next book is the Dark Knight 3 Master Race, number 1 variant, cool book. Justice number 9, Alex Ross cover with Shazam and Black Adam, thought that was really cool. I absolutely love Alex Ross, so I had to get that. And another book I got from that shop is Adam number 5. Some foreign editions of books, in my opinion, shouldn't be bothered with, because some of them have like the same print run as the, like the normal edition of that book. But some of these foreign editions have a lot smaller of a print run, and they usually sometimes have text smaller inside the book. So in this case, since this book is bigger and has less text in the inside, there's more room for the actual art, and it's just blown up more, which I think is pretty cool. And Next, oh, and that's a first bug I'd ban it if anyone was wondering. Here's Deathstroke number 12. Shout out to Jay Win, Jay and Win 1. He showed this book, and it has a Black Manta versus Deathstroke fight. It doesn't last super long, but it's still a really, really cool issue, and I'm absolutely loving the series as well. If you guys haven't, really go check out the series. I think it's a great kind of soft, in a way, like a soft reboot. Really cool. And also from that series, Deathstroke number 9. That is a really cool issue featuring Superman going off against Deathstroke. And yeah, the series is basically a Deathstroke versus series. He fights Wonder Woman, Black Manta, Superman. Like a few issues from now, he's fighting, I think, Roz and Lawman, and Lawman's a new character, which, if written well, I think he can have a future in the DC universe. And in a couple weeks, or whenever it comes out soon, he's also going to be fighting off against Red Hood. And in my opinion, Deathstroke would completely kick the shit out of Red Hood, but I know people have different opinions on that. But yeah, the last book I got from the shop is Phantom Eagle. This is a promo comic from 1943, and I just thought it was appealing considering its age and, you know, how weirdly small it is because it's a promo comic, so I thought that was cool. Oh, I guess I have one more. Showcase number 76. The first appearance of Bad Lash. I thought that was a pretty cool issue, so I had to get that. Okay, now I have a few books I got to trade with a good buddy of mine, DC Graham. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name because I think I might butcher it. But yeah, if you guys don't go on Instagram, he posts pictures of some of the best art you can find in any DC comic. Really cool page, and he just posts a variety of characters and really good art. Jim Lee, you know, all those guys, some of the best artists. And he also has another Instagram account where he posts books. So yeah, this is where I got these from, and we did a trade. And here's Booster Gold number 6, Origin of Booster Gold. Here, he was nice enough to throw in this freebie, which is really cool of him. Green Lantern 76, a cover swipe to the original Green Lantern 6 from the first series or second series, depending on who you're asking. But yeah, I don't know what series this is. Not completely sure. Maybe like the 4th or 3rd. I'm not completely sure. But as you can see, Connor Hawke and Kyle Rayner on the cover. And it has the unique DC Universe logo variant. And some books, when they cover swipe, don't capture like the magic that the original had. But honestly, I think this cover did a pretty dang good job. And next book is Green Lantern number 50. This is the variant, the Jim Lee variant, and I absolutely love it. I'm a big Green Lantern fan, and some of my favorite side Lantern characters around there are Saint Walker and Larfleeze, so I thought that was really cool. So I had to get that. Once again, buddy, thank you so much for the freebie and the really cool books. You're a stand-up guy and a great asset to the community. Now, next book. I never pick up modern books, or at least the week they come out, but I had to pick up this one. This is Aquaman number 49. This is the Neil Adams variant for the if you guys didn't know, which I'm pretty sure everyone does because it's a pretty big deal. It's Neil Adams has been doing homages or cover swipes, whatever you want to call it, to some of his famous older covers. And this is a cover swipe to Batman, I think 251, the first modern Joker, but instead of Batman, there's Aquaman. Instead of Joker, there's Black Manta. And honestly, I think I might be a little biased, but I honestly think that I like this cover more than the Batman one. I don't know what it is exactly, but I absolutely love this cover. And I think that maybe this could be one of the hotter, one of the Neil Adams variants that actually like stays, you know, like more than a cover price book, because as well as having this freaking awesome cover, this is like, to my knowledge, the first time Mara gets like an Aquaman-esque costume. If you guys read the issue, at the very like last panel, she ends up getting a costume that looks almost exactly like Aquaman's. And if you guys don't follow the character, Mara has like a pure green outfit. So maybe this can pick up some steam. And it was actually a pretty good story too. And Aquaman hasn't been written well since the start of the New 52. So one of the Okay, next book. Showcase 22. Now, as you can see, it's the first Green Lantern, and it has no cover, obviously, but it's very, not the most appealing book, but I got it because one day I'm hoping that I can find a cover, an original cover, and then I can marry them together. Um, and I didn't pay too much for it, so say if I've got like a cover, just a cover alone, like a nice presenting cover for like, I don't know how much they go for because it's hard because not just the sole cover alone doesn't sell a lot. But say I pick one up for like 150 maybe, then I'd end up with a detached Showcase 22 for 200 or whatever. So, um, for now, I'm not like too excited to have it just because right now it's not the full book. But once I do, I think it's gonna be a pretty cool book. Okay, now we're gonna be going through some JLA stuff because since my Aquaman run is complete, now I have to go after something else. So, um, like I said in my last video, starting the JLA run. So, first one is JLA number 3, and this is the first appearance of Conjaro. Um, love the cover on this one. It's a little beat up, but I think it was like 20 something dollars off Atomic Avenue, so I had to pick it up. It was just too tempting, and yeah, really cool cover on this one. I'm pretty sure in the last Legends of Tomorrow episode, I'm pretty sure he was mentioned. I'm pretty sure that someone said something about Conjaro. Um, Next one is JLA number 5, and this was one of the harder Justice League books. I have to find one of the, because people try to ask like $70 for this and like good shape, and this one's probably like a solid VG, and I got it for like $40 or $50. I forgot which price it was, but yeah, it's the first appearance of Dr. Destiny. And if you guys ever watched the Justice League cartoon that came out in the 2000s, he was the guy who would attack people in their dreams. So I thought that was a cool book. I had to pick that one up. Next one is Justice League number 6. This is the first appearance of Amos Fortune. Here's Justice League number 10, the first appearance of Felix Faust. And if they do a JLA dark movie, or Justice League dark movie, and I know there's a villain that I think they're going to use, Arcane. I think they should use Felix Faust. I think he'd be one of the better options they could go with as far as villains go for the movie. And this book I actually got in a trade with a good buddy of mine off Instagram, Silver Age. And I saw that he had some JLA books, and there was some books he wanted from me, so we just ended up doing a little trade. Nothing huge, but out of the lot I got from this, I think this is like one of the only key issues. But here's Justice League number 14 when Adam joins the team. And I think it's the second appearance of a villain. I forgot exactly. Is it Despero? Something like that. I don't know exactly right now, but yeah, I love the cover. Justice League 16, the first appearance of Maestro. Don't even know who that is, but I like the cover. Need it for my run as well. Justice League number 23, first appearance of Queen Bee. Justice League number 26, this is the first appearance, my bad. But I do love the cover, and it might not be the second, or maybe like second or third appearance of Despero, and his first appearance was in JLA number 1, and I just love the cover with the blue border and had to get that. And alright, so continuing with the trade I got from my buddy Silver Age. Here's Justice League number 39. It reprints Brave and the Bold 28, first Justice League. I think this is Brave and the Bold 30, the first appearance of Dr. Ivo and first appearance of Amazo. And it also reprints a book I showed earlier, which is the first Dr. Destiny. So I thought that was cool. It's a giant size issue. And I also got this book from Silver, Justice League number 40, Justice League number 42, and he was really cool enough to throw in this freebie, Justice League number 51, first Silver Age appearance of Zatara, and I think it has some room to grow, considering how popular and how hot Zatanna's first appearance is. So maybe that book will gain some steam, and this is my second copy, so that's really cool. So thanks Silver for the trade, and if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you should. He has a bunch of figures, and he Takes real nice high quality photos of them in different poses, and it's really cool. You guys should go check it out. This is the last JLA book I have, number 46. This doesn't have any first appearances, but it's pretty cool that it has some JSA members, or at least more prominent Golden Age characters, like I think that's Wildcat, Solomon Grundy. I don't know who that is, but I think that's Sandman right there, so I think that's cool. And we're almost to the end, guys. Here is JLA Earth 2. This is a trade paperback, and it's the first appearance of the Crime Syndicate of America. And before this issue, they were more of a joke, to be honest. Just a product of the Silver Age, but Grant Morrison worked his magic and made him into some really cool characters. So honestly, I think this book should go for more than that Justice League issue, but since it's an early Silver Age book, it's probably going to always have the bigger price tag, but I think that this book is really cool, and it's a good read. Okay, so I have one more book before the last big three. I've been lately trying to go after some Golden Age books. Here is Out of the Night, number 11. Just a really cool Golden Age cover. There's something special about these Golden Age books. They're so bizarre, yet they just have awesome art, and I've been trying to go after some lately, so. Okay, yeah, the next three are really cool books. Here's Action 242. This is the first appearance of Brainiac, as you all know. And the story on this is, well, first of all, I have to give a very, very big shout to my boy, Boom City, or Sam. I would have had no idea at all that this book was even for sale on the website if he hadn't have told me. So that was really cool of him to tell me that it was for sale on the website. So thanks, buddy, so much for doing that. And when the story on this is, okay, so he showed me that it was on Metropolis and they wanted 200. So I paid the 200. Then I noticed about after a week, there is no response at all. And then like maybe, I don't know, like a week and a half later, Sam shows me a screenshot of a listing on eBay. And it was the same exact copy, and it's pretty noticeable because the stamp at the top, Michael Korn. And so what actually happened was Metropolis went to a con that weekend, and what actually happened is they sold the book there, and then that guy wanted to flip it on eBay, and he wanted 400, and I told him the whole situation. I said I would offer him 300, and he took the deal. And even though I had to pay $100 more than originally planned, I'm still super happy to have it, and yeah, I'm just super excited because Brainiac is a major DC villain, and believe it or not, I don't know what it is, but I actually like his corny outfit in his earlier appearances. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just like his outfit, and it's a early Silver Age Superman book, so a major first appearance, so that's always cool. And sorry if you guys hear a lot of crap in the background. My little brother's being annoying, but next book is Green Lantern number 7. And what actually ended up happening is, if you guys remember, I already had a copy, but what I found out about it is, okay, so around that time, with some of the books I was getting, as long as I would get them in low grade, I was happy. But what I discovered about the book, and this wasn't listed before, was that the book was detached from its original staples, but had been restapled. But it was attached at the new staples, but not at the old ones. So that kind of bugged me, so I ended up selling that book and selling one more book, and I think another book, a smaller book after that, and I was able to buy this thing. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a 3.5 off-white page, which is always good with these early DC books. It's a little hard to find them like that, but yeah, this is a 3.5, presents super well. It's the first appearance of Sinestro, as you all know, and Sinestro is a major player in the DC universe, one of my favorite villains. Definitely top 3 for me as far as DC goes, and I just think that it's a super cool book, and I don't know what's keeping this book from selling for a lot more, because even though it's a pricey book, it should be going more like comparing it to some other big Silver Age villains' first appearances. I think maybe that's due to the cover's not the best looking cover, even though it's cool. It's not like I think if Sinestro was on the cover, it would go for more, but still a really awesome book. Okay, next book is Amazing Spider-Man number 14. This is the first appearance of the Green Goblin. Um, I don't know if you guys, could see, but it's a 2.5, and the reason for that is there's in the inside there's some pieces missing from a page, and it does not affect the story. And if it's pieces missing, it doesn't count as incomplete. It's complete. Everything's there. It's just that there's a little bit of stuff going on the inside, so that's why I got a lower grade. Because as you guys can see, this is a pretty damn good presenting copy. So yeah, it's the first appearance of the Green Goblin. A little known fact is actually the first meeting of Hulk and Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm super happy to get it because this was always one of those books that I didn't really think I was gonna get just because of how pricey it is. But you know, after some saving and some selling, I was able to get it. I actually worked last summer. I worked most of the summer for my grandpa doing like little jobs here and there, and he told me that he would get me a paycheck, and I kind of forgot about it, but you know, he remembered, and this was like what I wanted to spend it on. And Green Goblin is probably my favorite Spider-Man villain, easily my favorite Spider-Man villain, and probably my favorite Marvel villain in general. I have nostalgia. There's a nostalgia factor for me because I grew up on the Spider-Man movie, and he was in the first one and had like small cameos in the other two. So I had to pick it up. Also watched the animated series, and he was a big player in that. So I just had to pick the book up, and I'm just incredibly happy to have these. Here, let me see if I can fit on camera these 3 books together. I'm just super happy to have these 3 books and all major villains. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the long video. If you guys are still here at the 20-minute mark, that means a lot. And hope you guys have a very good day. See you guys later.